What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TV Toycast YouTube channel. And today we are unboxing from Jada Toys the Street Fighter 2 collection. It is Guile. Very excited about this. Been a big fan of the Street Fighter line since they were announced. And, realistically, we've gotten a lot of Street Fighter figures over the years, but none that really hit like this one. More recently, we had Storm Collectibles doing them, which were great, but probably out of most everyone's price range if you're a collector of more retail style figures. Now those were great, don't get me wrong, but $100 a figure, that adds up real quick. I've had several Street Fighter. I have several Street Fighter figures already in the collection, but I had those before I started the channel. So guys like I think Ryu and Fei Long were the first two releases. Then we got Chun-Li shortly after that, which was kind of wave one unofficially, I think. And then we got Ken sometime later, and then Bison and Dulcim, which I think kind of basically made up Wave 2, with some exclusives thrown in there, and then Guile, and then Cammy and DJ basically made up Wave 3. And right now at retail, you should be able to see Blanca and Sagat available. Those are a little bit more expensive because they are a little bit bigger. I did pick up Sagat the other day, so I got him coming in. But yeah, we got Guile, Cammy, and DJ will all be unboxed. Well, Guile obviously today. The other two relatively quick as soon as I can get to them. But yeah, this line has been awesome. I think everybody who's been collecting it has been a big fan. It's just, it seems to take a little while to hit. I will say this though, as difficult as they are sometimes, they do usually always hit. You do usually always find these, especially at Target, but Walmart have been holding them as well. In fact, I saw all of Series 1 today at a local Walmart, which I was like, wow, that's crazy. So, of course, we got the arcade-style packaging. Really cool. Got the buttons and the joystick there. Guile there, country of origin, USA. That's pretty cool. Fighting style martial arts and professional wrestling. That's news to me. I had no idea Guile was a professional wrestler. Well, you learn something new every day. Some cool artwork on the side here. Of course, on the back there, we got Guile in his signature fighting stance, looking only as Guile can look. In fact, I never looked at him as like the main character, but I always thought he was super cool until the movie came out, and like he's the main guy, with Jean-Claude Van Damme playing him. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here? But I dig it. A lot of these we've gotten, a few we have, and if we look through the roster here, we haven't got Zangief yet. You can only imagine he'll be a bigger figure. We haven't got Vega yet, but I have seen images of him, so he's probably coming soon. Akuma, I don't think we've gotten Akuma yet. Get that out of the camera shot, but I'm sure that'll be coming. Sagat, of course. Balrog, I imagine, might be a bigger one. He pretty decent size in the game. T-Hawk will be a fun one when that one comes in. And, of course, E-Honda is probably the biggest one we're going to get. But I kind of wonder, like, when this is done, will we start getting, like, Street Fighter Alpha, those characters as well? I know me and Travis have talked about it a little bit, and he's thinking it'd just be this group. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, how cool would some of those characters from the other Street Fighter games be? Like, Skullomania was a fun guy to play with. I think he was in Street Fighter 2X or something. I can't remember what it was called, but I had it on PlayStation 2, and I remember I always thought he was fun. Dudley was kind of this British boxer that wore dress clothes. I'm like, how cool is that? I would love to have that character. And there's so many others, and I'm sure you guys can think of a bunch of those as well. But not only that, if we dive into the world of Capcom, guys like, Mike Hagar from Final Fight or Saturday Night Slam Masters, he would be really fun. So hopefully we get more as time goes on. They are not rolling these out super quickly, which I know some people probably like and some people dislike. I personally don't mind it because I feel like I can pick these up whenever I want. And because they're usually available everywhere, it's not a big deal. It's not like, oh my gosh, I got to get it right now or I'll never see this again. It's okay. I'll pick that up whenever I see it. I will say when I found Sagat at Target the other day, I did buy it immediately. In fact, if you watched my new show on the pegs, What's on the Pegs, then you will have seen that I talked about finding Sagat. So check that out on YouTube if you have not. What's on the Pegs? My goodness, we're just gonna destroy this box. Jeff Toons over there having a conniption. He doesn't like things coming out of the box. There's no return in this one. That's the point of no return, ladies and gentlemen. My gosh. Sometimes you got to do it, though. You got to get this stuff out. Especially with the cameras running, you're like, oh no, what is happening here? There we go. I do like the backdrops. They're kind of like the stage. I know a lot of people keep those. It's not quite big enough for me to like use it as a backdrop, but otherwise, I do like how it looks. Get all of Guile's accessories here. But yes, What's on the Pegs? Dropping new episodes every Saturday, so check that out. It's my version of of a toy hunt, something different. Certainly probably not for everybody, but I think you guys will enjoy it, so make sure to look forward to that. There we go. Looks like he can use that to like fly up in the air if he so desires. Shooting his sonic booms, which I believe is this thing right here. Yep, I think so. Who knows? Got the mean Guile head. In fact, I kind of like that one better, showing the teeth, showing that he means business. You know? Got his dog tags. Ooh, did I already lose it? That may be gone forever, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Alright, I'd take that one offline because it was giving me problems. But we got it figured out here. So many different parts here that I'm trying to figure out exactly where they all go. But, you know, that's kind of the fun. Of course, Guile there. We've got 2 extra hands. Kind of the open hand and then like the holding hand. I was like, oh, that's interesting, holding hand. But look what he comes with. I didn't even realize this in the package. His comb. Because Guile, I can get it to focus there, he liked to comb his hair. My goodness, what an accessory, and his hand holds it even better. I didn't lose the dog tags. In fact, it actually fell to the bottom of the package, so that worked out. I'm going to put those on him right now just so that we can not lose those. That would be great, because I know they're not going to fit over that big hairdo. Put the original head back on, dog tags on there. Of course, Guile, really cool. Got the butterfly joints here. I mean, this looks like Guile all day long. Very cartoony look, but I think that's what's fun about these. Got the American flag tattoo on both arms. Did he have that on both arms? I don't recall that, but you know what? This guy is all patriotic, you know, head to toe. Why not? He's got probably the coolest hair in the history of hairdos. Very, very fun. And I believe this is like a stand for him. Maybe not. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to do. Try to get him to stand up again. He doesn't stand up the best, but like I guess he's launching a sonic boom attack. There you go. So not the greatest look, but definitely not something I would probably use in the display either. But this is definitely a cool looking Guile. Like I said, I love the camo. They also released this in blue, so kind of give you the Player 2 variant. But to me, the green was always like that was classic Guile. In fact, when I was a kid, I had the Street Fighter G.I. Joe of Guile, and I had the Sonic Boom tank. And if you remember that one, it came with a brown version, like brown-clothed Guile. And I never liked that as good. I was like, oh, man, I want the classic green. That's what I remember. That's what's fun. And that's not what I got that day. So one of those classic cases of beggars can't be choosers. I was glad to have him in the collection, but it was still like, man, I would rather have had the green. But, you know, it is what it is. And at that time in my life, and probably even now, I wasn't real big on rebuying a figure I already had just because it was a different color. I'm going to put the comb in his hair. There we go. Comb in his hair. What do you guys think? Oh, man, that's pretty sick. Pretty cool, actually. It almost looks like a knife, like he's got a knife. Maybe they should have made it black. It would have looked more like a comb, but you know, that's classic Guile, combing his hair. I dig it. Very, very fun. I think I'm going to put his fists back on because to me, these guys, they're Street Fighters. They're ready to fight. We are going to put his angry face on, see how that looks. See if it hits a little bit better. All these guys come with 2 heads, which I think is really cool. Like I said, Jada Toys, you know, kind of came out of nowhere, I feel like, in this last couple of years and has really started to take over with some really fun stuff. They did a line of, as I dropped the figure, they did a line of Universal Monsters, which I thought looked really, really fun. And now they got the cereal figures. You guys seen those? Like Tony the Tiger. They've done like Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Boo Berry. And I believe they've got Barney and Fred representing Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles coming as well. So lots of cool stuff there from Jada Toys. They're doing some great stuff. But like I said, this Street Fighter line is fantastic. I do know there were rumors that Jada might have been getting Mortal Kombat. Obviously, I don't think that happened because it looks like McFarlane is relaunching Mortal Kombat with more of a Mortal Kombat 2 look coming up, probably on the heels of losing the DC license, which appears to be happening sometime in 2026, so it's a ways away, but you know, the state of toys is a little bit off right now with the tariffs and things of that nature, so we'll see what happens, but overall, definitely a fun Guile figure, and one I'm glad to have in the collection. And hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Make sure to check out the TB Toycast podcast every Thursday, and also check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. I recently unboxed a big Transformers 4-pack. If you're a Transformers fan, it's a good place to start. That was a really fun video. I've unboxed a Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men 2-pack of Colossus and Juggernaut. Really fun stuff. How about the figure collections? The Patriot. That was a really fun video. Love the Patriot. And figure collections, as soon as I get that video like completely edited, they announced that they're doing a premium line of 6-inch scale figures, and the Patriot's their first one, and I'm like, you got to be kidding. Like, that would have been so good. But, yeah, what are you going to do? So definitely got to be picking that up as well. DC Multiverse unboxed a lot of cool DC Multiverse like Godspeed, Static Shock, Green Arrow, among others. If you're a Thundercats fan, how about the Super 7 Lion-O or Monkeyan? Those are both in the archives. In fact, I'm actually really digging the new Mattel Thundercats that are coming out. They're like Motu Thundercats crossovers. But the cool thing is you can kind of do Motu style with the armor or the classic Thundercats look. And I'm like, man, that's a really cool way to do a 2-in-1. So I will probably be picking all of those up. Very, very fun. So look for those soon on the channel. Back to Super 7. How about the Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line? A really fun figure. And if you're a Jazzwares fan, how about the Jerry Lynn and Nigel McGuinness 2-pack? That was a fun one as well, so check all of those out. Make sure to check out the other shows on this channel, including Tales of the Toy Box. We have one episode up all about the Street Fighter. Speaking of that, right here, G.I. Joe line, so check that out. I'm going to try to drop new videos once a month. And then also a new weekly show, because apparently I just hate spare time, of What's on the Pegs. It's my version of a toy hunt, so a little bit different, but I hope you guys enjoy it. In fact, I'm going to record a new video as soon as I finish this one, so look for that as well, and I'm going to drop those videos every Saturday. I already mentioned the TV Toycast podcast every Thursday, so check that out. We have a different main event. We have different topics of what we're excited about, what is making the news, what we're buying, what we're selling, everything toy related. It's on there, so it's definitely a show you guys will enjoy if you enjoy this YouTube channel. And I think that's it. When we hit 100 subscribers, I'm still doing a giveaway. We haven't quite got there yet. That's all right. Let your friends know if you enjoy any of these videos. Make it happen. Let someone know, and the sooner we get there, the quicker I can do a giveaway. So that will be happening very, very quickly. So make sure to subscribe and let a friend or two know. And I think that is all I've got. Whew, we made it. That is Guile, and this is the TB Toycast YouTube channel, and we will see you guys in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shop.